All right, pre-show shenanigans. I'm once again on a roll. I'm in my bag today. And I think you're gonna really like this one. So we're talking pre-show. I had to make sure that you know who this is, but for everybody else, um, if you're from our generation, the Black Eyed Peas generation, you probably grew up watching Good Luck Charlie, right? Great TV show, Disney
Not a
TV show.
probably. It's
You did. You did. Yeah,
You
you
did.
did. By the way, that like Charlie is like
Oh
16 now.
my God.
That's
Have you
wild. Its
seen
own
that?
thing.
So the
Of the
Gabe
dad.
goes to
Yeah,
US or
yeah.
went to USC. So he's always on my TikTok. And I just saw that clip of Bob Duncan re-meeting
For
Good
like
Luck
for
Charlie.
the first time since then. Like that is crazy. But
Oh my God. It was a
so now
altering
the older
moment.
I don't remember what the older sister's name is. I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't remember.
Absolutely no clue.
Yeah,
Zero
but
idea.
Bridget Mendler is her name. She was in Lemonade Mouth. If that's also another thing that can pique your memory. She was in Wizards of Waverly Place for a couple of seasons too.
Oh, yes.
Vampire. I think she was a vampire in that, right?
And we're gonna dive into that exactly in a second. But go on.
Yes, but Disney actress, right? She is now the CEO of a startup company called Northwood Space that aims to create satellite stations designed to be mass produced so that customers, for the general public to use, satellite stations, space.
Yeah,
just wild career trajectory there.
Okay, just a quick look through at her academic resume. USC grad 2016, fight on, go Trojans, then MIT, and then Harvard. Maybe the smartest USC grad of all time. I'm willing to put that out there. Like, goddamn.
And she got, well, actually, I was going to say she has that Disney bag, but we all know Disney is not like that.
Oh, they don't hand out bags like that.
They don't do that unless you're Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. Grant.
No, I know, I'm aware. I'm just like, which bag did he get from Disney?
Like $300 million.
We're talking Marvel like here. Okay, I'm thinking.
I mean, that is Disney, isn't it?
I know, but when you say Disney, I immediately think Wizards of Waverly Place. I don't think of Marvel. That isn't quite a. Oh shit, we're saving it for next time. But Madame Web, we need. It's Madame Web. I've heard it's so bad that you need to watch it. So I'm going to be watching. I've heard it's
you
so
watch it.
Bad.
I'm good. I don't need to watch
it.
That's
what I've heard.
Watch that.
So for reference,
it's bad when the actresses in the movie are just like,
will not.
The main actress just like, this was a big mistake. I regret everything.
I just heard people saying that, like, now as a man who's seen Morbius myself, and the only reason I saw it is because the main villain in Morbius is Damon from House of the Dragon. But after watching, I've never rewatched it, never will. I'll never rewatch Morbius again. I heard Madame Web has rewatchability potential. Madam, holy fuck, I just did it twice. That has rewatchability. That has replayability because it's so bad that you're like, wow, I forgot how bad this movie is.
I have to ask you what population you're hearing it's rewatchable from, because there's a distinct population based on one of the actresses in the movie that might be
healthy amount of like film buffs, like from LA, who are like, trust me, like they're not even superhero Marvel fans.
They might just be, Sony might be contacting them. I'm gonna keep it real. They're trying to keep
more likely than not. More likely than not.
Most likely.
But sorry, so quick side hit. I just want to say, Bridget Mendler, I know you haven't seen this theory. There's a theory going around that she's a time traveler. And it makes a lot of sense. Now, if you just Google Bridget Mendler right now, guess what? She looks the exact fucking same as you remember her from Wizards of Waverly Place. Now, what did she play on Wizards of Waverly Place? A vampire. And it makes you think. Bridget Mendler has not physically how she looks, does not look like she's aged at all since Wizards of Waverly Place. If you compare Selena Gomez, Wizards of Waverly Place back then to now, they're like different people. David Henry, they're like, whoa, we were not. Trust me, Selena's still looking great. I wasn't going from there. I'm just saying.
Okay, I just had to clarify.
like you could tell that was her as a kid versus now. Bridget Mendler looks the exact same. And it would not surprise me if she's a time traveler. She is now launching a satellite data collection company at age 31. I'm just saying, a lot of things add up here. She might be the first proof of present day time travel.
Well, Keanu Reeves too. You've seen that one, right?
Please elaborate a little further. I'm not entirely sure if I've read up on
Keanu Reeves. There's like history pictures throughout like 500, 600, 700 years of his, like, look it up, where it is literally it looks like they just took Keanu Reeves, threw it in like an AI Photoshop, like, hey, make this from like the 1300s. Like, that's what it looks like, except it's a real picture. And like, there's multiple different eras of these pictures throughout like 500 years. Keanu Reeves also still looks like pretty young, considering he's like 60 right now or something like that.
I just Googled Keanu Reeves over the years, and they are connecting him to, I believe, a painter from the 1500s. So yeah, these are everywhere, folks. There's one other really big time actor right now that they're convinced, like every single actor, they could find some lookalike from like the 1400s.
It's the Illuminati, man. I'm telling you, that's what's this style. Paul Rudd looks great too. Paul Rudd.
I don't know where that came from, but yeah, shout out Paul.
But you're just talking about people who don't look like they're aging. Paul Rudd is in that category.
Shout out
but
Paul.
Yeah, I mean,
hell yeah,
if you guys like this kind of, I'm just waiting for our just screw around, our random whatever episode per year that we have.
Well, I'm just saying
this will probably take up a portion of it.
There have been a lot of developments in the astrology space exploration world since we last had a mess around pod, and let's just say I put more effort into those
I have to look at,
than our normal scheduled episodes.
I'm looking this up right now. Hold on. Keep going. I'm looking up there's one with Johnny Depp.
Oh, of course.
Hold on.
I feel like that's it might be
Jack
like
Black. Jack Black is one of them. Jack Black's on there.
And I know there's a big time athlete.
Which, by the way, did you know that Jack Black's mom like solved the Apollo 13 crisis? Or I don't remember which Apollo mission it was, but it was one of them. She like solved mathematically one of the Apollo
Did not hear that one. Okay.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
I guess they're teaching that at the School of Rock, huh? How to solve rocket science, right?
Orlando Bloom's on here.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty common one.
People are saying Chuck Norris is Van Gogh, which is interesting.
I feel like Chuck Norris has many lookalikes. Like that beard, I feel like shit. Like you can get a lot of lookalikes there.
Somebody has Arnold listed here.
Really? Huh?
Yeah.
Like he's quite distinct. I
feel like that's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say quite distinct. But okay, I think that's gonna wrap up the pre-show into the good stuff. But without further ado, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy Podcast. Today it is episode 197. We have the second annual edition of the Waterboy Awards coming on at the end of the show. But first, Everett, we have an awful NBA All-Star game to recap, more so complain about and bitch.
Yeah, I did not watch it.
I caught glimpses of it. Just want to check out a little bit at the start. But let's just say the All-Star game is absolutely ruined. Okay, the only All-Star game somewhat worth watching is the MLB All-Star Weekend. But even then,
it's kind of sick too.
Yeah, I mean, just I'm not a puckhead myself, so I can't say I'm tuning in too hard to that. But even then, like the MLB Home Run Derby, that's been ruined after the whole stamina competition.
The whole thing now, though, is like, I know you're gonna bring this up in a minute, but players now just don't take as much care into it. Like, it's not like asserting your dominance like it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. Whereas, like, if you don't play well in this, like, you just suck. Like, you're going to be just trashed on for the whole next season. Like, if you go against somebody in the NFL like 20 years ago, and that wide receiver, if you're, I don't know what corner, let's say you're Champ Bailey, right? And let's say Randy Moss goes on your head, right, in the Pro Bowl. Oh, no, Randy's chirping you all next year. Like, you're 100%. Not going to hear the end of it. Now now the NFL is not even an actual game anymore. I think it's on Madden. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like what this stemmed from, we'll get to the dunk contest in a second, but I was just seeing, do you know who was on the Western All-Star team? It was probably the most talented All-Star team I've ever seen in my life. So it's the West All-Stars. It was the first time that KD, LeBron, and Steph were on the same team ever. And keep in mind, they also got like Jokic. He's just sitting there. Luka, Anthony Edwards sitting there. I like one of the most cats there, like one of the most stacked teams. Like Kawhi was there, Paul George was there. It was like, what the hell, Devin Booker? What fucking hat? And they got shit pumped by the East last night. Absolutely shit pumped. Didn't make a difference. And it's just like those East players, like Halliburton probably should have won MVP from what I've been seeing, but it's like the East just had younger guys who like had something to prove. Like honestly,
cared. That's the difference.
That's really what came down. They were like, "Oh shit! Like if I get clowned right now by KD, Kawhi, and then LeBron, like everyone's."
I guarantee you, KD does not care.
Hell no.
LeBron maybe cares a little bit, but definitely
like a possession or two.
He's like, I have a game like in a week and a half. I cannot be moving right now.
Yeah, he's like,
or it's like he's like, I wonder how Bronny's game's going
right now. Like, dude, they need my help. Like, yeah,
Kawhi honestly probably cared a little bit. I feel like Kawhi out of those ones,
ironically, in the All-Star game, that's the one that Kawhi cares about. It's just
you know who I know didn't care though?
Talented that team was.
You want to know who I know didn't care? Cat definitely did not care during the game.
I would say,
although to be fair, Chris Finch was the coach of the West. I'm pretty sure, and he's the Timberwolves coach.
Oh, so, if anything, then I could definitely see him being like,
yeah, and then he would care.
Anthony Edwards, you guys are not paying. You're not playing a fucking second tonight. All right. If you guys get hurt, bro, my ass is on the line. Like you guys are keeping that fucking seat warm. But just for how stacked those teams were, I was just like, this is pathetic. Also, the East the East are the first team in any major basketball game ever to score over 200 points. They scored like
I don't know. They changed the rules for the way that game works. I'm pretty sure
it's no longer the Kobe rule in the fourth quarter anymore. They got rid of that. It's just normal.
Oh, that's.
I was like, dude, that was the only thing that made this shit like fun again,
entertaining, because the people
first to 24 in the like that was the only thing that kept it
cool. I don't understand why you get like that. There was a sentimentality reason why that was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was perfect. Cool. It was like one of the only good solutions they had to fix the All-Star game, and that's gone.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That makes sense. But
I will just say, I mean, yeah, like it's not like the MLB All-Star game itself is amazing to tune into. It's like it's hard to get these superstar athletes getting paid millions to care about this exhibition All-Star game. But let's talk about the non-game All-Star weekend festivities, dunk contests, home run derby, kind of specifically. Okay, dunk contest. First things first. Okay, this thing's dead. Okay, like when Aaron Gordon didn't win the dunk contest the second time, and when he should have, like, and Aaron Gordon pulled out, it's like now we're done here. We're officially done here.
Well, I think when Aaron Gordon pulled out, then Zach LaVine was like, "If you're not doing it, I'm not doing it."
Yes, no, it went both ways, like literally. And it's like we haven't had a good dunk contest since Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine. Like it hasn't.
Well, no, like I saw like Obi Toppin was one of the contestants one time. Do you remember that? Obi Toppin.
Oh yes,
was a contestant. I think Jaylen Brown was a contestant this year.
Jacob Toppin was just in the last one.
Oh God, we got to stop inviting Toppins.
Mac McClung is now a 2-time winner. Mac McClung was representing the Orlando Magic G team. Like that was like we got. Like God. This is now like it's so unpopular among players that we now got G Leaguers. But this I also want to say, Jaylen Brown, despite being a star in the NBA, Jaylen Brown proved why this shit is officially done. Okay, like not even star players can fix this event. Jaylen Brown. Quick caveat about everyone shitting on Jaylen Brown's dunks, guys. His left hand is so bad that him doing that dunk with his left hand, that was really impressive. Like that's how bad his left hand is. The fact that like he was able to dunk with it. Like
let's put it this way: Zach LaVine. I think Zach LaVine was like, I don't know if he was in the starting rotation for the Timberwolves at that point or not.
Probably
but like
not.
He was like
he had like
one of the. I don't think at that point in time like they were starting players, and Aaron Gordon's never been like a 5-man starter.
He put up
maybe
numbers
right
for the
now.
Nuggets last year. I will be honest.
No, but I think he was coming off the bench, or was he a starter? Either way, when people were doing it, when they were doing it, they weren't starters.
I get what you're saying.
And they just had raw athleticism, and now either they don't exist or those players just aren't getting invites. So they're like, I mean,
they decline it. Like Zion, for example. How has Zion not done it? I mean, that's what he was.
Zion's different though. That's what
he's eating gumbo.
What he was built for. I mean, you came to New Orleans. You know,
dude. I don't blame him for a nanosecond. I don't blame him for a second, dude. Like, genuinely, like when you're drafting out of a New Orleans market, you really got like, how much do they love food? Because you better hope that they got somewhere in there being like, stop eating. You don't need the extra. You don't need the extra beignet. You don't need it, Zion. Okay, you can pass. No, he doesn't have that. Bored. He doesn't have that super ego. He doesn't have that. No.
But I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to talk about the MLB home run derby. We can say that for the MLB. We've talked about that before. Don't matter.
It's just we can agree that MLB's as of today. If you're gonna tune into one, probably get that. Now I know you brought up hockey, but
the hockey skills challenges are actually sick. They are really cool.
I was hearing that it's now become the Connor McDavid Invitational, and that he just wins it every single year because he's just that much better than everybody. And I saw a video of Nikita Kucherov, legitimately not giving a fuck doing the skills show. He was like messing around, and everyone was booing him.
Well, they had like last year during like one of the skills challenges was like you had someone trying to score. You had like a pair as a goalie. You had like goalie pairs, and then somebody trying, and you'd basically be like, who can save the most shots? Okay. And like that was one of the challenges, which was pretty cool.
Like I'd be game for like a little 3-on-3 NHL thing. Like that'd be sick.
I think that might be like the actual game is like 3-on-3. But well,
actually, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know.
The one cool thing to come out of this, I would say, is Sabrina Ionescu and
Steph. I can pronounce it.
And Steph.
Don't come to me for that.
That was cool.
I like that. And that's a nice little crossover event.
For it to be, I think Steph put up 29. She put up 26. She was shooting for the men's line. So massive respect to that and massive props to that. So I think it was the last ball that went in that's made Steph win it. So close. And also, by the way, Sabrina apparently made 36. She got 36 points.
36. Oh.
But
slight little. So she dropped 36 points in what?
In the 3-point challenge.
Oh, okay.
Like the around the world 3-point challenge. That's what they were doing.
Oh, just Steph versus Sabrina.
Okay. Steph versus her, and she dropped 26, and he dropped 29. So with that last 3-point ball, but last year she got 36. I think in the WNBA one. So
I mean, quickly.
I think that's cool though.
I'll just say though, like we're never going to see an All-Star game climate like from the Last Dance doc, the '98 All-Star game, MJ and the stacked ass Eastern All-Star team that year. Holy shit. Going up against, quote, that Laker boy in LA. He's talking about Kobe Bryant. You'll never see that type of intensity ever again. Like that was perfect because it's the old era of MJ, the new era Kobe. You're seeing old era versus new era being ushered in. I mean, hey, if there's anything LeBron hasn't done well, he's too buddy with all the young guys. Like if LeBron was shit talking Ant, even though they're on the same team.
I mean, you've heard the story. You've heard the story of the Dream Team where they brought Kobe Bryant in, and Kobe just was like quiet, didn't
on
fuck
the
with
'98 Dream Team.
No, sorry, the Redeem Team.
The Redeem Team. The Redeem Team. Okay.
Sorry, I got my
team like a 13-year-old Kobe on the '92 Dream Team.
But like Kobe came in, they needed like the veteran, so Kobe came in. Like Kobe was just like all work, no nonsense. Like didn't fuck around. Like didn't talk to any of them really. Like he didn't want to be your friend. And then like he started gooning around like during practices and stuff. But, like he literally wouldn't go out. Like they're in Vegas, he wouldn't go party. He wouldn't go gambling. Like, and he turned all their work ethics around. But at the same time, like he wasn't friends. Like, it was the MJ mentality where you're like, we're not friends, we're coworkers, and Like, we have a fucking job to do.
I mean, we've seen the POW clip, of course, especially if you're a Laker fan, you've seen that.
Straight through
from
him.
That was Olympics. Not the FIBA thing. So like everyone's seen that, and it's just like, hey, to a degree, maybe this is just kind of how like the younger guys coming into the league, like they just don't respond well to shit talking and like pressure put on them, and they kind of need someone to hold their hand a little. But it's like, if you could think of like NBA for us growing up, I mean, like if homework for you, look up what the Cavs at the time, the Cavs roster were saying when LeBron James got drafted to their team. The small forward starting ahead of LeBron at the time's like, little high school guy, can't do nothing on me. I think that guy was subsequently cut from the Cavs a couple days later. It's just, but that mentality of where it's like, no fucking 18-year-olds taking my spot, that's gone. Now it's like, hey, we got to make sure Scoot's ready for the big night, guys. It's just a whole different mentality now, I would say. But yeah, the All-Star game, it's just social hour for off-season tampering. Like, we can go back to LeBron in that one All-Star game when he was going up to AD, that picture of them in the locker room. Yeah. Like, it's literally just tampering weekend. This is now a networking event. This is not about the All-Star game.
Same thing with the MLB.
If I was the Pacers, I would have been have a 6 feet limit on Tyrese Halliburton from LeBron James. Do not fucking come near Tyrese. I swear to God, LeBron, you are not allowed to speak to him. Like, that's what I would have mandated if I were the Pacers. But yeah, I think that's enough on the All-Star game. Yeah, it's dead. It's dead. And now that they got rid of the Kobe rule, officially gone.
Yeah. Let's get to something that we're going to be a bit more excited about, and I think everybody else will be excited about too. EA College Football 25. All right.
Yeah, we did not.
Teaser trailer.
Did not get to break this down.
We did not get into it last week because it came out after our Thursday episode.
This is glorious.
First thing, I need your opinion on this. I don't know if it was just me. I don't think it was. But in the entry of that teaser trailer, then they're zooming in on the Rose Bowl.
Yep.
I thought that's from the game. I think that's from the game.
Oh, so someone was doing a little side-by-side of just the Rose Bowl in real life from that angle in the game. And let's just say the mountains don't line up. And boy, was I happy to find out that the mountains did not line up. That was gameplay footage, Everett.
It looks great.
And it looks fucking beautiful.
Oh my God.
I'll be honest. You know what? I've been mad we've had to wait so long now. I was looking up, I believe it was 3 years ago in 2021, like a couple weeks ago when it got announced.
Yeah, everybody thought, okay, it's going to be the anniversary. Maybe we'll hear something. We didn't. We're like, dude.
When that announcement came out, I'll be honest, I'm stupid. I thought, holy shit, this July 2021, we're back. So wrong. But I am willing to wait these last 3-4 years if it means we're going to have a great game.
Let's clarify. You mean 3-4 years from when that came out, not from now.
We've been waiting 11 years. Let's make that point
not clear. From right now.
But we haven't even seen gameplay footage yet. But seeing that Rose Bowl.
Well, hey.
Have we seen gameplay footage? Well, you could look up Madden, I guess. There's a lot of gameplay footage online. Folks.
I mean, the Rose Bowl, if you count gameplay footage.
Yeah, to a degree. But
I also like them being like, yeah, we've heard you guys say it's not coming out. Being like, it is. I'll
be honest, I was scared when I heard the rumors that they were going to show a trailer during the national championship, and they never came out. I was like, God, like this game is.
We told you like that was free
5 months in July.
Marketing for them. They like were the number one thing that was trending.
Free. And I'm talking Ohio State fans specifically. That was the only thing getting us through that night.
Now, I mean,
Quinshon committed that night.
You've seen the pictures of the Ohio State mascot though from the game. Like, you've seen those. Looks great. Looks great.
Saw the pictures of Al. Oh my God, looks amazing. The Alabama elephant looks phenomenal. I was getting excited.
And you see the jerseys. They're not even done yet. They're not done rendering, but those look fantastic.
It's just there. If I were to compare just a college game to NFL and really think, it's so much harder making a college. There's so many more teams, so many more uniforms, so many more stadiums. There's so much.
And apparently the FCS will be in college football. And
now, this is now nuts. This is nuts. How many teams are going to be involved here? Like,
now, here's the thing.
I can't believe this is real life.
Here's the next thing that we have to ask. the EA College Instagram account has been spotted following both Fox Sports and ESPN.
Now, this is almost
already know
groundbreaking news that you released.
We already know that ESPN is going to be in it no matter what, because we've heard there's going to be College Game Day and, right? But nothing about Fox Sports.
This might be one of the last ever games of Lee Corso in it, because I'm not sure how much longer he's going to be doing game day. So it could be valuable.
I think Nick Saban's coming in. From rumors I heard, Nick Saban's going to take his
accepted
spot.
Game day.
Yeah.
In 2 years, he'll just take his spot, but we're going to get a year of Saban and Corso and Herbstreit and Pat McAfee. I mean, game day's back. All right, game day's back. I'm a big noon kickoff loyalist. I love Urban on big noon kickoff, but boy, I'm going to have to make a switch. I'm back in on game day after that. That's just too elite of a commentating booth. The names you have are unreal. And Lee Corso the whole time just what'd you say? Huh? What? It's must watch. It's must watch TV. But when you bring up that Fox is now being followed by that account, EA, their account's following Fox.
No, the EA college football account.
Yes. EA college football's following Fox because it's that way and not the other way around. Oh yeah, Gus Johnson and Joel Klatt are going to be in this game. And I think it could, in a way, be a good way to kind of educate the youth on these deals.
I agree with that. At
ESPN,
the same time,
it could kind of.
At the same time, what's one of the most not that you immediately think of, but what's one of the most annoying things in Madden? What's one of the most annoying things in Madden? The fact that for the last 10 years they've had
so many different things, but I immediately thought bullshit interceptions, fumbles.
That's why I said low key. That's why I said low key. That's why I said low key.
Okay. I'm guessing non-gameplay related is what you're trying to hint at.
I mean, kind of. But one of the most annoying things about Madden is the fact that they've had the same sports commentators and the same audio files for the last 5 years. Yeah. So I've been hearing, I don't even know their names, but I've been hearing the same guys say to the 40, the 20, the 10.
And I'll be honest, when I replay NCAA 14, that Reese Davis voice, it is repetitive. But
that's what I'm saying.
What you're saying.
It's one of the most mind-numbing things. It's always the same people. So if you have something in here that's a switch up, hey, this week you get Fox, next we got ESPN, right? Even if it's two different, even if it's only two crews, just that small detail of having differences, of having a little bit. So I'm not hearing the exact same two guys dude, you want to make a real experience? I guarantee you, I'm not having the same two commentators for 18 weeks.
Recently, pardon my take, they had Herbie on and they were asking hey, when you used to do the NCAA football recordings, what was that process like? And he was so they'd give you a script, a 600-page script of just phrases to say, and you would lock yourself in a little recording studio for about 28 hours total combined, and you just speak into a mic. And Herbstreit was I would gladly do that again next year, because I know Herbstreit was talking when him and the boys on game day back in 2014, whenever they were traveling or anything, getting ready for a show, they just sit there playing NCAA, all of them. Him, SVP, Desmond, Joey Galloway, all of them just sitting there playing NCAA all day. And they're just about to go on game day. That's what this is all about. The camaraderie.
There could not also be a better time for the game to come out just on the basis of what the
playoff,
basis of where the NCAA is, and also
NIL,
the literal timing of it.
Portal,
the literal time of it coming out in the middle of the summer. Oh my God, all those high school, middle school kids.
It's the perfect release date, July. It's the perfect release date.
Watch it come out on the 4th of July. I know the rumor's the 6th or something.
It's typically that second week of July, but let's do it.
Let's do God, let's do the 4th.
Let's beat the NBA free agency. That's how you do it. Drop NCAA. That's the NFL. The NFL should be yo, drop that on NBA free agency day one. No one will talk about NBA. I will just say last thing I
also know they might just be fuck it. 2 days early. You guys can have it right now.
hey, I mean, knowing how video game releases work now, there's going to be an extra $30, get it a week free, which I need.
Which I will buy.
I need to get. It's not an option, folks. I need to get it a week early. Damn it. But I'm just saying, long term, what I am most excited for is that NIL page. When you scroll over, you click RB a couple of times, you go over to your NIL page, and you would think, it's like the Madden scouting board. No. It takes you to a DLC site. And it's, if you want $1 million in Bagman, $2 microtransaction. If you want 5 million, $5 microtransaction.
I don't want that.
If you want the Saudi Arabia takeover, that's a $20 one-time DLC purchase that you get for every save moving forward. I know it's going to happen. They're going to include transactions in Dynasty. Because that's,
if they do that, that might be the instant way to kill the game.
I'm just maybe for you, but for me, you could charge whatever you want. Because I consider myself an elite recruiter, Everett. I don't settle for average, especially not at the Ohio State.
If you're an elite recruiter, you won't be spending your own money to do that.
True, I'd be fundraising. Damn right, from the Waterboy faithful. But yeah, that's what's going to go on. I will say, Everett and I, we preliminary discussions, been thinking about doing some type of Madden series. Oh, when that comes out, yeah, I'll get an Elgato. I'll go full Scumpy on this shit. Full Scumpy when that game comes out. I'm going to be playing it anyway. Might as well let the people watch too. So that's my, that NIL page. I mean, I already know it's going to happen. Like in that deluxe version, you're going to get a little NIL boost. Like there's going to be DLC for it. That's going to happen. Guys. Accept it. But those graphics, man. Oh my God. I hope they make it more arcadey too. Like,
yeah, no, I also would be honest,
great busted coverages, guys. Like that's why we love it.
Yeah, a little bit. And also, I mean, by arcadey for me, like, dude, I've been watching these dynasty startups from like the
you got me into it.
Yeah, when you were here.
Yeah,
and
they're
like,
great.
I honestly, the part of I like the shitty graphics kind of sick to me. Like I kind of like that.
It kind of fits with the college football. Like,
yeah,
to a degree, I don't want the game to look too good. I don't want it to be too realistic. Like it's college football, folks.
Like I told you this before that you're like we were talking about face cams and stuff. I was like, either I want everybody to have it or I don't want anybody to have it. I don't want to have like 3 fucking players with face scans. Like don't let me either have everybody just.
Yeah, and I got no idea what they're gonna do there, but I'd expect because
I guarantee you did not face scan 200,000 players.
No, hell no. But I'm thinking that like they want that to be a thing near term. Like I could just see EA prioritizing that. Like they'd rather do that and have this game come out ready to go like shit.
I don't know. They don't
obviously
care
not
about
delaying
Madden.
it again.
Half their fucking face scans don't even come until the end of the season. So
I mean, I don't think they do rookie face scans until like 3 years after you're in the league. So I
mean,
they
do with the good name guys
until 2028.
Yeah, probably. Well, no, because Puka did well.
Nah, he might. That face scan's already in for him. I just remember like opening week, Jameson Williams, and now he was out for that season, so they really delayed him. Just the stock face number 6, just his whole rookie year.
Just also, please, for God's sake, please do not use the same generic heads from Madden. Also, I know they will, but also, whatever they changed the UI, the interface for like the accessory thing on Madden this year. So like when you're doing the helmet and stuff, they like changed the page for that.
Oh, do that.
Don't do that.
Wait, say it again.
This year on Madden, when you want to go on the page to like change the faces or like the helmets and like your accessories, throw it back to the old one. I want that menu. I can just go hit right like 6 times and get whatever like elbow sleeve I want. I want to scroll through.
Oh, you mean like
that?
Oh, okay. So to a degree, I agree with you, but like I will never be mad at EA for adding more customization. Like the one
I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about customization.
Just make it easier to
the way that it was laid out is like they had like every single face
confusing.
mask on there, even if you like couldn't use that helmet. I'm like,
okay, from that, yes, I'm with you there.
Also, half those helmets don't even exist in the NFL anymore.
Many of them are banned.
What are we doing?
Like, I mean, it is kind of funny when you can roll up with like a 1980 punter 1-bar helmet.
No,
That is
yeah,
a little
that's funny, but like the speed, this not the speed flex, but like the Riddle
the
speed,
old Riddell flex, yes.
but like
Those are
not the
gone.
Tom
Those are
Brady, not the
extinct.
Tom Brady
I know.
AP one. That's
I used to
fine.
wear one of those Riddell. I know
That's
exactly.
fine. I did too, but I'm saying like the old one from like 5 years ago that
Yes.
had like the
I know. Yes, I know
that
exactly
middle thing on. Like, yeah, that thing's not
Gone.
used anymore. Get that shit out of there.
I think that's also banned. Like,
Yes,
that's
it is
not safe. Yes. Yeah.
I would like though the
I
one
would
day
like I would
only-
like my reparations from Riddell right now. Okay.
I would like if we're
play with
doing
that
if we're doing
helmet.
joke helmets though, give me the one preseason game only Antonio Brown Raiders helmet edition. That's
Yeah,
what I want.
Okay, I'll be on that. Like the thing that I can slightly respect.
Also,
about
EA
AB
throw
is
Cam
that-
Rising, shitty helmet in there for me too. Throw that piece of shit in there.
Actually, yeah, give me the 2021 Miller Moss Zenith helmet. I don't want that new shit. I want the old school. All right. But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. Like, what could they add to college football customization? Like, I'll be honest, Madden's done a great job adding shit recent years. Like the untucked
The one interesting, the one thing
towels and different
that they
placements and
follow.
hand warmers, so good.
So like
good.
you can't.
I need a quarterback play call on the belt though. That's my one big request.
I'm pretty sure
play call on the belt.
In NCAA, you can't have tinted face like visors.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be curious if they actually abide by that or like.
No, they're definitely letting you they're letting you throw that off.
Which kind of.
Yeah.
I won't be doing that, but.
Like it's just a classic. You're in 4th grade. You load up your very first Road to Glory. You're making your guy 7 foot, 400 pounds, 99 speed, full tinted everything. Like that's how you get the kids in. That's how you get the kids in the door.
I have one of those really, really long, shitty towels, though, like the ones that you cut.
Yes,
like not like a hand towel.
Like I want the hood rich down to my feet. I literally want that dragging on the turf when you're playing.
Can we get ski masks too? Some shiesties in there.
Yes, like shit like that. That's not hard. I mean, if anything,
not hard.
Easier to program into the game. You're just covering shit that like it's easier to program that into the game than not.
Give me Tom Brady's scuba suit in Madden.
Yes,
that's all I ask.
Yes, that's goat shit. Also, the fact that he like did that in that Chiefs game, he had to have like no, he had the arms. How the fuck do you throw with that on? Like what?
Apparently, it's not actually that like hard. Like I don't know. When you're cold, maybe whatever. It doesn't matter.
Whatever. Okay. All right. Let's get
NFL. First things first. Just talk about Jimmy Garoppolo going to be released. And suspended. Yeah.
So Jimmy, he took a page out of the Look a bit of shit. Who's the Fernando Tatis playbook? Sure, we can call it that. Little PED, little run-in. I will shout out Jimmy G though. I think it was his agent who made it very clear that Jimmy G was not aware that he was using performance-enhancing drugs. Okay, if he was aware he was doing it, he wouldn't have done it. So we just need to get that out of the way.
Okay, what Jimmy doesn't cheat. Said
DeAndre Hopkins would never cheat. Okay, these are just things we have to trust the player's word over anything. We know deep down they compare more about the integrity of the sport than anything. So they would never cheat the game on purpose. Well, let me start off with that. On second thought, shame on the Raiders med staff. Pretty sure it got announced that they were trying to rush Jimmy G back and he was not passing his medicals and shit like that. I would not surprise me if Jimmy G's like, oh my God, if they actually want me ready for week 1, juice me up. Boy, give me it all. So I'm not going to blame Jimmy G there. I will say though, is there something that helps the Raiders out in cutting him because he's on PEDs? There's something that maybe saves them some more space.
It reduces his like roster bonus or something. So they're like no longer, it's like not gonna.
Did
I think it helps their cap.
Plant this?
It's the episode of The Office where Michael Scott gets the lettuce in a bag and tries to plant it on Toby.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, God, all-time quote from that episode. But yeah, we'll keep the show moving. Jimmy G, he had a little run in with the NFL security. But do we have any other specific NFL news we want to go? I mean, I saw Nick Bolton, only man fined in the Super Bowl. I don't really care. He only got 8,000, so he's off living his life. But
I mean, look, I got this one list I got to give. I believe. I mean, you've got the Dolphins taken care of, correct? So
Yes.
I'll give this list off, and then we can get into the actual big part of this episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Grant's gonna kill me because I didn't change this list, but it is what it is. Saints.
I just real quick preface. When I was running through these numbers, the math wasn't quite mathing, but fuck it, we're good.
The math when I originally did it, so I don't really know what to tell you.
But I think it's something on my end here. The math wasn't quite math, but go on.
All right. Trade Nathan Shepard, cut or trade Taysom Hill, Alvin Kamara and Tyrann Mathieu, cut Michael Thomas, restructure Cameron Jordan, Eric McCoy, Ryan Ramczyk, Carl Granderson, Derek Carr, and Cesar Ruiz, tender Rashid Shaheed and PJ Mustipher, re-sign Shamar Jean-Charles, Adam Prentice, Isaac Yiadom, Max Garcia, Keith Kirkwood, Jonathan Abram, Cameron Irving, Lonnie Johnson, and Ugo Amadi, and sign Chris Conley. I got you here. Hold on. And sign Sion Taki, Chris Conley, and the GOAT Equanimous St. Brown.
You know, I don't have a personal. No, I do. I have a personal vendetta against Equanimous. I just remember last season or 2 years ago, EQ was on the Bears. I think he was on the Bears last year too.
Yes, he was on the Bears last year.
But I remember there was a Bears fan, non-unironic, he was being dead serious, who was talking about the value of Equanimous St. Brown because he ranked as a top 20 run blocker in the NFL. Yep. No. You heard that correctly. He's a top 20 wide receiver, run blocker in the NFL. And they were like, well, with our offense, with Justin Fields, JF1, Equanimous St. Brown's probably a better wide receiver to have on than, say, a Darnell Mooney. And I was just sitting there thinking, you know what? Hey, I appreciate wide receivers that can block. If there's any knock I have on Marv is that he just chooses not to block on a run play. He just says, I'm good, and just takes the play off. I love wide receivers who block, but if that's the only thing they do good, remember, guys, they got to catch the ball. Remember that, everyone. EQ, not too expensive. He's a nice little, not nice.
Yeah, Grant and I got into a large argument today over the availability of Equanimous St. Brown.
It's just, that's a guy where if you see, now here's a guy where if you see him on the field, your offense is fucked. So that's kind of how I go.
Unfortunately for the Saints, they have three starting wide receivers.
Anyway.
Chris Conley is seeing playing time.
Fucked anyway.
So
yeah,
I don't know, man.
If
you're already fucked, might as well fuck yourself more, right?
If there's one positive way, it's like, hey, they still have their first 2024 or 25, correct? Not this draft, but next one.
I think they have their first this year. What else would they not have it for?
I don't know if they got rid of it or not, but I'm just saying, shit, bro. Let's tank Nola. Come on, let's set ourselves up in 3 years from now rather than clinging on to what we have now.
The only unfortunate thing is I guarantee you none of these customers are going to restructure Taysom Hill's contract again, make him do the stupid shit he did 2 years ago where he's getting signed to $100 million and then we're going to reduce that again. It's he's 34. What are we doing?
Yeah, there's a lot of he's 34.
No, I think he's
31. Oh, I was about to say, holy shit.
31. But remember, he went on one of those mission retreats.
Oh yeah.
He's 33. He's 33.
All right, okay. Things add up here. Things add up. But I think it might be time to work our way with the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, I'd say New Orleans, it's screwed.
Well, are you
the New Orleans GM has been there since 2001?
Yep. I mean, he is getting credit for Drew Brees and everything. Mickey Loomis is probably not going to get fired until he's going to have to retire there. That's just the service the treatment he's going to get. So,
yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, he has had a contending roster for majority of his tenure there, I guess. But
Yeah, Derek Carr was just stupid though.
And they're locked into him. Like they can't get rid of Derek. And it's
should have kept Jameis. Just let Jameis do Jameis things.
a million. I mean, we need to like he got LASIK, guys. He can see now. All right. Like there's a big difference.
Why the math actually might not be mathing? Because Jameis Winston is going to be is designated as a post release. Like he's getting cut regardless. And
that could have been
that. That might be it.
That something wasn't mathing up there, but
that might be it.
Yeah. Okay. We can work our way over to Miami just real quick. Just need a couple help on one or two pronunciations. Sealer or Seiler? Zach Sealer, Zach Seiler.
Oh, I haven't gone over the pronunciations. I could not tell you.
Even better, even more fun. Okay.
I'm expecting great things with Van Ginkel, though.
That is Van Ginkel, correct?
I'm pretty sure it's Van Ginkel.
Well, if it isn't, I'm not correcting it.
Also, hey, just heads up. Guess what I'm getting for dinner? Getting those fish tacos we had.
Ooh, heater. Don't dox that place. Keep that in.
Yeah, no,
we don't want that getting crowded. But okay, Miami Dolphins off-season wish list. Cut Emmanuel Ogbah, Jeff Wilson, and Xavier Howard post June 1st. Restructure Bradley Chubb, Jalen Ramsey, Teron Armstead, Tyreek Hill, Zach Seiler, Jason Sanders, and Alec Ingold. Re-sign Connor Williams, Raekwon Davis, Andrew Van Ginkel, Isaiah Wynn, and Jake Bailey. Wait. Oh, no. And Hunter. Jake Bailey. Is it not
Hunter?
Jake Hunter?
It is Jake Bailey. No, he's a punter. You had a pause there, so.
Got it. And sign Rocky Sin, Curtis Samuel, and Jihad Ward. I think I got that one. I think I got that one right. We're not double checking, but yeah, Dolphins. It's a weird position.
It's gonna be a draft year. It's gonna be a draft year. Also, like Tua could get a contract extension, and I know that people like the Dolphins are talking about wanting to do that. If it was me, if I'm their GM, Tua's playing the shit out. Tua's playing this out. Like I want my out. I want to see how he does, and like if I can't make it deep in the playoffs this year. Fuck no, I'm not re-signing him. So I don't want to lock myself into that. I don't want to pay him big boy dollars. And also, like, think about it this way. Like, I'm pretty sure that there's a decent enough class next year that or that are going to be free agents quarterback, or you can re-sign them next year. So like, it's not a big deal. And also, if you end up having to draft a quarterback first round, guess what? You're one of the better fucking teams to be able to do that. So.
I mean, I don't think just imagine if they had Justin Herbert. Whew, man, would they be good? Imagine.
All I want to say is back that year, I was like, Justin Herbert's going to be better. But I think it's a win-win for the Dolphins organization, not for Tua, but for the Dolphins. I think that's just the best. And my other thing is, okay, people are going to be like, why not tag Christian Wilkins? One, they're running 3-4, so they have their edge rushers still. Both are coming off of severe injuries, but we'll forget that aspect of things. But for the Dolphins, I know this saying's defense wins championships. For the Dolphins, offense wins championships. So bolster that offense. The defense was shit last year. So, I mean, the difference is not going to be that substantial. So if you can make their offense better, make the offense better.
Yeah. I mean, Miami, kind of a weird position. I kind of feel like they've got some. Yeah, they have definitely got holes on that team that they need to fix. But shit, run it back. Tua, Tyreek, and Waddle, the best offense of all time. So run it back, boys.
Yeah. Okay. To the big meat and potatoes of the episode. Why everybody clicked on this, because I know the unnamed intern hooked up a heater with that thumbnail.
Yeah, real quick, we're gonna have a quick little transition period. Everett, it's up to you if you want to entertain them right now. After I pause it, it's up to you. What do you want to do?
No, pause it.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are officially back for the second edition of the not inaugural anymore. It's the second edition of the Waterboy.
We could just call it inaugural. It's fine. That's just the name of it.
The second inaugural Waterboy Awards of the year. This is an annual event hosted by the Waterboys, for the Waterboys, voted on by the Waterboy faithful. If you didn't get to submit your ballot, you'll get that in next year. We've had links all up over everywhere on social media. If you haven't seen it, that's on you, not
specifically
on us.
Twitter. They're now down now. We had to bring them down because so many people were voting.
But ladies and gentlemen,
so if you don't see them, that's why.
This is one of our biggest shows of the year, the Waterboy Awards. We will save, of course, our best awards for last, but we're going to start off with some returning awards. Okay, there's a couple fan favorites from last year who have made a comeback this year. So we're going to be starting off strong, Everett. We're going to be starting off with the Guantanamo Bay Coaching Award for the football coach, pro or college. It has been modified for the football coach that deserves worse than prison. So the nominees are Alex Grinch, former defense corner of USC, Parker Fleming, special teams coach of Ohio State, Matt Canada, former offensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Brian Ferenz, former Nepo Baby OC for the Iowa Hawkeyes, and Brandon Staley, former head coach for the Los Angeles Chargers. And the winner is Brandon Staley. Congratulations, coach. That is your first ever award. You are now the recipient of the Guantanamo Bay Coaching Award for the football coach that deserves worse than prison. I want to shout out you, Coach Staley, for your defensive mastermind, which ranked 30th in the NFL over your span as the Chargers head coach.
Now, I believe last year's winner was Ed Donatil. I believe it was Ed Donatil.
Yes, Ed Donatil. It came down to the wire. Alex Grinch gave him a run for his money. We actually had a recount last year. This year, Brandon Staley, a closer margin than some of the next awards we're going to give up. But Brandon Staley, he had a nice fine line over our second place finisher, Matt Canada. So Brandon Staley, tremendous.
Now we didn't mention him, but Arthur Smith was definitely voted on, but not enough people gave him.
If anything, an honorable mention. If anything. Yes. So yes. I don't want to sell Arthur short. Okay, Arthur did a lot of amazing, eye-opening things last year.
I'm also going to add
shout out Johnny Smith.
Here. Yeah. You look like a soccer commentator right now.
Oh, I think that's better than I was going for the extra in Anchorman. That was kind of the look.
That also kind of works though. That kind of works still though.
Like I might be like Brick's stepbrother who's younger than him but taller than him.
That works.
That's kind of. Once again, shout out Rub today.
Paul.
He's on a heater for this episode. Yeah. But that will be our first award. Shout out, coach. But next up, another fan favorite. I know you guys love this one. The Hawk Sideline Hype Man Award for the best sideline man in all of football. So starting off, we have our very own at Everett's Takes. You were nominated for this one. You are a nominee. We have our own Everett's Takes. We have John Bott, the GOAT of Tulane football. We have USC Towel Guys. We have all get back coaches across college and pro football. And finally, we have shirtless Jason Kelsey in Buffalo. And the winner of the Hawks Sideline Hype Man Award is shirtless Jason Kelsey in Buffalo. I mean, if we're talking about vibes, atmosphere, and just total climate created by their presence on the sideline, it's got to go to Jason Kelsey, shirtless in Buffalo. Okay,
it was electric. Don't see that kind of talent every day. This is Jason Kelsey's first award.
Yes.
So just want to applaud him on that. Is this a first year award? Is this a new edition?
No, this is a returning award. Last year, the winner of the inaugural
John Bott. That is correct.
Well, it was actually Hawk.
Oh, it was Hawk. That was an upset pick, actually.
Yeah, it was a shock twist finish. We had to recount. I thought John Bott was a runaway favorite last year. This year, Bott got his way back in there again. Everett, I'm pretty sure you were also a nominee last year as well.
I don't believe I was last year. I didn't make it into the final round of voting.
Maybe not.
I think
so
this is my first appearance. This is my first nominee.
This is big for you.
I would like to thank the Academy and to all of my fans.
Well, you didn't win. You're not giving a speech.
I'm getting there. I know we didn't get it done this year. but I'm coming back with a vengeance.
All right, they're playing the music.
Jason.
Do. They're pushing you off stage.
I'm Kanye. I stole the mic.
Do. All right, get off the stage. All right, next
pull the cane, yank me across the floor.
Yeah, potentially. All right, next up, we got a new award. Folks. The inaugural Connor Stallions Grit and Determination Award for the man, woman, organization who displayed the most passionate will to win, no matter what the consequences are. And the nominees are our very own Connor Stallions, Eric Lewis, the banned NBA ref who got caught being a Celtics fan along with the rest of his family, the Swifties, and members of TuaNon who had to defend Tua over Justin Herbert for these past couple of years. And the winner is, you guys guessed it, Connor Stallions. Connor Stallions is the winner of the inaugural Connor Stallions Grit and Determination Award. I have never seen a man lay out a plan on how he will get his way into a football career, lay out that plan, which involved going to the fucking Navy, and then he walked the walk, and then he did it. He didn't just write the talk. He didn't just write a 550 pager. He walked 380 pages of it. Okay. He still's got 170 left, but Connor Stallions, the more I hear about him, the more that I'm afraid that we're pretty similar. And so I feel like Connor gets this one. Connor, he displayed the best example of a drive and just a passion to win. So Connor, we got to give a round of applause. Got to give credit where credit's due. Now, moving on. No, we'll save Lefty D. We'll save Lefty D for a little bit later on. We have the SMU Death Penalty NIL Cheating Award for the university or universities that cheated and used NIL. Well, now it's legal, but cheated. So the nominees are Ole Miss, Ohio State, Miami, Florida, Tennessee, and although it wasn't NIL cheating, they had to get in here, Michigan. And the winner is the Ohio State University. I tried reasoning why we shouldn't win it. If you look at the violations Tennessee is currently receiving for the recruitment of Nico Iamaleava, they should be the winner here. Or if you just look at any Miami recruit over the past 3 years, they probably should win this. Or Jaden Rashada at Florida getting announced that he's getting an 8-figure deal while in high school. So we probably should be going to those three teams. But guys, Ohio State spent $13 million to keep all their players. Florida, I think, had like $12 million on the table just for Jaden Rashada. But the $13 million from Ohio State, you assholes, they win. Moving on. This is another new award, guys. There's not going to be many, but the Ryan Day Lou Holtz Emotional Freakout Award for the coach, player, or fan base who had the most memorable freakout either on or off the field. Long list of nominees for this one. And the nominees are Ryan Day, Sharon Moore after Penn State telling Jim Harbaugh that he effing loves him. He also swore on national television. Arthur Smith after Jameis Winston scored the garbage time touchdown. Florida State fans after not making the college football playoff. Caleb Williams crying in the stands after losing the Washington game. Trent Dilfer against Tulane, and Lions fans after Taylor Decker didn't report. And the winner is Lions fans after Taylor Decker didn't report. Holy shit, you guys got boned. Oh my God. What the hell? What was that shit? That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Ryan Day did not win the award that he was named after. Neither did Sharon Moore or the Florida State fans. And that's because the refs actually giving that game to Dallas was so despicable and gross that that wins it. That was
deserved number one. Yeah,
and Everett, as a Vikings fan, can admit that was disgusting.
That was heinous.
Gross.
But then Lions fans took it too far, and now I'm kind of happy it happened.
Well, a couple steps too far, according to your book. But moving on, these are this is a returning award, folks. This is a big one. The Craig Kimbrell Disappointment Award for the most underachieving man, team, anything in all of football. The nominees are Tennessee, USC, Clemson, the Michigan beat writers for lying to their audiences and refusing to report facts, but rather things just to make their fan base happy, and Kadarius Toney. And the winner is Kadarius Toney. Holy fuck, you are so bad. You are so bad at football, Kadarius, that they healthy scratch you every week in the playoffs, and you didn't quite realize why they were doing it.
And then you argue about it and say,
and then you went out publicly saying it's bullshit. I'm healthy. Well, guess what, Kadarius? Oh, the Chiefs know that too. They know you're ready to go. But guess what? Having you on the field means that they're worse. So that's why you are a healthy scratch. So Kadarius Toney, you're the biggest disappointment. I believe they traded. Didn't they trade a first for Toney?
No.
Thank God.
No.
Okay. Thank God.
No, he's like a
Thank
fifth.
God. Thank God. Thank God. I was really worried for a second. But yeah, Kadarius, shout out. You did win something this year. Next, we have the Mike Vrabel Award for the most intimidating man, organization, you name it, in all of football. The nominees are Big Dom, the Eagles security guard; Mike Vrabel himself for being too intimidating. In fact, Tommy DeVito's agent, just for that swag. I mean, that's all you got to say. Michigan President Santa Ono for allowing his university to cheat, and the Ohio State NIL recruiting fund. And the winner is, Everett. We have a recount. The initial winner was supposed to be Big Dom, but Tommy DeVito's agent has come in and won at the last second.
There's absolutely no way.
Tommy DeVito's agent has taken this award. Once again, Mike Vrabel, he is named after this award. He can't even win his own award. Tommy DeVito's agent.
To show you how scary he is, though. They don't want him on the stand.
Exactly.
He cannot be on the stage.
We might have just solved something right there. Tommy DeVito's agent, though, kind of took over the football world for a little bit, showing up looking like a mob boss on the sidelines.
Definitely not a mob.
Definitely not.
Member.
No.
Definitely not.
I respect everything that the mafia has done. I believe you guys are amazing.
Great people.
Phenomenal. Without you guys, we will not be able to do many things we like to do in this day and age. So we love you guys.
Yeah, round of applause.
And snaps too. You guys did it all.
Too. Yeah, we got you.
Whatever you guys want, DM us. We'll do anything for you. But yeah, that was a nice award, the Mike Vrabel Award. Shout out Tommy DeVito's agent. Once again, Michigan President Santa Ono. Close call at the end there, but hey, sometimes authority isn't always the president of a university. Okay. The False Start Award for all offensive tackles with, quote, elite get-offs. You're all false starting, you pieces of shit. The nominees are Lane Johnson, Mike McGlinchey, Jawan Taylor, and Laramie Tunzel. And the winner is, yeah, you're not hiding from anyone. Jawan Taylor, you piece of shit. It's disgusting what you did. You have brainwashed millions of right tackles across the United States into jumping off or false starting before every snap. It's not an elite get off. It isn't. You're fucking false start. So we could just get that out of the way. Elite get off. No, shut the fuck up, Mitchell Schwartz. It's a false start, you blind bat. What are we talking about? You can go frame by frame. He takes a step before that. We're now talking about Jawan Taylor. He fucking moves before that ball is snapped every single time. Elite get off my ass. Get out of here with that
he is like 3 steps backwards before the ball even moves.
I mean, Mitchell Schwartz, I got to rep. We're from the same hometown. So, I mean, I got to rep him where that
actually. Yeah,
Lade's boy. He is. He went to Valley High. But, like, no, you're wrong there, buddy. You're incorrect. So, yeah. The next up on the list, the Unnecessary Ref Meat Glazing Award for the team or individual that benefited the most from refs across all sports. If I'm to be honest, we only have one football nominee in this list. The nominees are the Chiefs, LeBron James, Joel Embiid, and Zach Edey. And the winner is Zach Edey, you piece of shit.
Wow.
You're 7'8". You're 7'8".
Upset pick.
No, but okay. When you're defending against Zach Edey in college basketball, there's nothing you can do. He has a foot over you. So all the coaches just tell their players, hands up. Hands up. Pretty simple college basketball defense. Hands up. The issue is if you put your hands up and Zach Edey comes into you, well, that's now a shooting foul. No refs, you blind ass bats. He's like 7'6". What do you mean? How are you going to defend that shit? You have to make contact with him. He's 7'6". Big Ten refs, disgusting, despicable, gross. Moving on. we have the Charmin Ultra Soft Award for the softest athlete or team. This one, we do have one NBA player in here, but primarily in the football world, we have Joel Embiid, Ryan Day for bitching and complaining about Michigan. We have Caleb Williams for always crying after the games. And we have Arthur Smith. There's many reasons why he's on the list. But the winner of the Charmin Ultra Soft Award is, sorry, I had to cough a little bit. It's so disgusting what this player did. Joel Embiid for dodging Nikola Jokic every single year in Denver. Do you know the last time Joel Embiid played a game in Denver, Everett?
2020.
It's 2019. It's been 5 years.
Ugh.
You can't hide from it now, Joel. We all know the truth. You're afraid of Jokic in Denver. We know it. We know it. Good thing you'll never have to play in Denver in the playoffs because you'll never make it to an NBA Finals. But hey, it's not a great look. Not a great look for them. Moving on. We now are entering the final stages of our awards here. This next one is a very, very big one. One of our favorites, the Lefty Dickstrong Quarterback Award for the quarterback that displayed the most heart this season. Michael Pratt was our winner last year. Michael Pratt is not a nominee this year. We take the Lefty Dickstrong nominees very seriously. No repeat winners. So, Michael, that is the reason you aren't on here. But the nominees are JJ McCarthy, Michael Penix, Bo Nix, Noah Fafita, and Miller Moss. The winner is Miller Moss for displaying probably the most resilient effort of any quarterback in the NIL transfer portal era, okay? Miller Moss has been patiently waiting his turn at USC. He sat behind a Heisman winner, Caleb Williams, sitting there, just graduated from USC last year, early in 3 years, and he never knew if it was going to be his job. Lincoln Riley, before the bowl, even said, we are exploring transfer portal quarterbacks. Will Howard was very likely going to be the USC Trojan starting quarterback next year, but Miller Moss dropped 6 tubbies in the bowl game, beating Louisville, taking them down. Miller Moss, you are our Lefty Dickstrong Quarterback of the Year for waiting your turn, not being impatient, knowing your role and sticking it out. We don't see many guys do that in this era of college football. So quick little snaps. Lefty Dickstrong, that's arguably our biggest award. Moving on, we now have the Waterboy of the Year award for all of our guests that we've had on the show. The nominees are Shay Wyatt, Nick Anderson, sure from Tulane, who I still haven't really met, and Chadwick, my bad. And the winner is Mr. Chadwick Bailey. I believe we had him on 4 or 5 episodes this year. Many spontaneous appearances from you, Everett, getting Chad to pop in real quick. Yeah,
actually, speaking about that, I'm just joking.
No, that would have been too much. I know.
Chad, you can come in now.
No, stop it. I know he's not there. That was his time. That was his time. That was his moment right there. Now,
yeah, actually,
if he walks in the next 4 minutes, then boy, that's gonna be, he really blew his window. But yeah, Chad wins Waterboy of the Year. Phenomenal. We like to have more guests on. We want to have more guests. You know, we try to keep it Waterboy centric, but Chad, we love you, brother. We can't wait to have you on again. And finally, Everett, this is our award. This is the fucking big one.
Creme de la creme.
It pains me to admit, but we had to throw the Swifties on here, even though it is a player of the year. But the Waterboy player of the year, Connor Stallions, is on this list. I know he's not a player, but guys, this is a big one. So the nominees for the Waterboy player of the year: Michael Pratt, Jaden Daniels, Marvin Harrison Jr., Connor Stallions, the rest of the Michigan Wolverine football team. And the winner is our very own Michael Pratt, the former Lefty Dickstrong Quarterback of the Year winner. Michael Pratt goes on, takes home our creme de la creme, our top award. He's the top dog on the Waterboy podcast, this platform. Tajay Spears ended up winning this award last year. If anyone is following along in handcuffs in fantasy, you know a thing or two about Tajay Spears. So Michael Pratt, we kind of have a kiss of good luck. We got a pretty good track record of our former Waterboy Player of the Years. Expect big things from Michael Pratt. I know what to expect.
Combines next week.
Maybe the rest of the football world isn't quite aware of how great Michael Pratt is, but trust me, we'll educate you here on the Waterboy Pod. We'll let you know. And that wraps up the awards.
That is the last award.
That wraps up the awards. There were a couple last-second cuts. I try to give out a Carson Steele Badass Award. Last year, Carson Steele, UCLA running back, he has a pet alligator. So, I mean, we had to try to give out a shout out there. I was trying to find something, but yeah, that one, take a year off of the Carson Steele Award. Oh, I forgot Waterboy Player of the Year, Swifties. You guys were nominees. I forgot to formally mention that there. Swifties also a nominee. Did not win though. Kind of shocking. Swifties didn't win any award. Shit, you guys didn't really turn out in the voting. Got no one to blame but yourself. So yeah, but is the second edition of the inaugural Waterboy Awards. Big time. We want to thank all the winners. We've been following all of you very closely, especially Coach Staley, and we can't wait to see what you guys do moving forward.
Or not see what you do. But
I mean, quick last thing, the rumors have been going around. Staley to the Niners for DC.
I thought you were going to say Staley's to the Waterboy podcast.
No, we are not. He is not qualified for this. But when I saw that, my first thought was, yeah, I know he's going to light it up. I know he's going to light it up if he takes the DC.
100%.
I know he's going to light it up. Like if he was Rams DC, bro, I know he would have lit it up there. So Staley, like shit, he needs to get out of the program, but to a degree, like if he was Chargers DC, I wouldn't be that upset.
No,
but
yeah.
Get him out. We're done.
But with that, thank you guys so much for watching, listening, rate us 5 stars. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, and on TikTok at Waterboy Pod. Make sure to follow us on YouTube and all podcast platforms. Oh my God, we post new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. So, whoa. I'm sorry. I think the Swifties poisoned me. They're taking retaliation.
They're a little mad they didn't win.
Yeah. But we post new TikToks every Tuesday to Sunday, so make sure to follow us there. We do a lot of off-season wish lists there that will not make it into every episode. We post some of those on Instagram as well, and we will have probably some awards that did not make the cut on here on Instagram. So make sure you go check out those graphics.
No promises.
But we're cooking up some stuff. We might be live streaming in July, so make sure you don't want to miss that. If you want to see how our old live streams went, you can check that out on YouTube. We did a dynasty draft there, where kind of fought over our old Waterboy Player of the Year, Tajay Spears. So make sure to check that one out.
Yeah, you can check the auction price on that one. Let's just say we ran it up.
I think, yeah.
Like 28.
Thank you guys so much for another great
definitely went more than CJ Stroud, 100%.
Thank you guys so much for another great year of content. We can't wait to have Waterboy inaugural Waterboy Awards season 3 next year, a year from now. And yeah, we will see you guys on Thursday's episode. Waterboy's out.